Well, Sisters fans, we have the mid-season finale synopsis for season 7. However, we don't have the real synopsis for episode 10 because that synopsis is recycled from season 6, episode 10, but we are here to talk about episode 11, Gone Girl, airing March 13th. So folks, remember, after March 13th, the show is going on hiatus. At least I hope so. I really don't want them to keep going and burn through the season. But this is going to be wild. A mocktail party, aka a non-alcoholic party, ends in disaster for the sisters as paternity results are revealed and one woman goes missing. Meanwhile, Andy is forced to work with her worst nightmare. So there are 4 different things to take away from this, okay, based on the synopsis. Meanwhile, Andy is forced to work with her worst nightmare. Accountability? I'm just kidding. Maybe I'm not. Work with her worst nightmare. I'm guessing this is Gary related, but then again, work with her worst nightmare. Maybe it's not law firm related, because if it is, that makes no sense since the feds almost busted Gary, leading to the collapse of the law firm, so I don't think they will be working together. Maybe this is something outside of her control. I doubt it's Hayden. Hayden is a nuisance, but I wouldn't say nightmare. But the sentence or the portion of the synopsis before that, and one woman goes missing. Now, one would think one woman goes missing is obvious in relation to the obviously tied into the title of the episode, Gone Girl. And maybe it's a sister, but I don't think so. I think one woman goes missing is in relation to what Andy's going to tell Penelope in this week's episode, episode 9, about how, look, I had somebody look into Gary, found a lot of stuff. You need to listen to me and go into hiding. And I think Penelope's going to quote unquote disappear in this episode. Because my guess is Brenton was able to find out about Gary's scheme of taking out a life insurance policy on Penelope and then axing her off and then getting that money for himself. So in order to protect herself and that baby, they're going to have to bounce. So meanwhile, Andy is forced to work with her worst nightmare. Again, I don't know. Could it be Gary? Maybe. That would be an interesting twist, but why in the world would they work together? Okay, now the main portion of this synopsis everybody's talking about. A mocktail party ends in disaster for the sisters. Now, as paternity test or results are revealed. So a lot of things to unpack here. Episode 8, Karen goes into the doctor to get the DNA test done, but the episode ends with the discovery of it being twins. This week's episode, episode 9, I'm guessing the tests get done in this episode. I mean, the promo is kind of weird. We see Karen at the hospital telling Zach about the twins. Then we see her at her apartment with the other girls. But I'm wondering where in the world that picture where we have Aaron, Zach, and Karen in the hospital room together, when does that come into play? Is that going to be episode 10? Because Zach is wearing a different shirt. So the test will get done. So it seems that in mid-season finale, we are finally going to know the paternity test results. So the DNA test will be done and we'll find out who is the daddy, or maybe daddies, but whatever. So it seems that the results being revealed is the cause for the disaster at the mocktail party. I don't know. I mean, also, is it just the core 4 sisters? Is it just Andy, Sabrina, Karen, and Danny? Is Fatima there? Could the results be catastrophic because Zach isn't the father? I don't know. This could be potentially a very shocking mid-season finale. And my hope is 2 hopes on this. I hope this mid-season finale is really, really good. And the show takes a hiatus for until like June or something. I know people are like, Jeremy, what are you doing? We want the show back quick. Hear me out. the show didn't even take a break between the ending of the back half of season 6 and the first half of season 7. We've been blessed to have just nonstop sisters. Well, if I'm not mistaken, 22 episodes, yeah. Because 11 episodes was the back half of season 6. 11 episodes consist of the first half of season 7 consisted of 11 episodes. We've had technically a full season of sisters nonstop. I think we do need a hiatus, and the hiatus needs to be a few months. Because during the hiatus, maybe, just maybe, we'll get Zatima season 3 part 1. I don't know when the release date for that is, but maybe it'll come out sometime in late March. Who knows? I know that Bruh season 4 is supposed to start April 11th. I don't keep up with all the Queen's Men, but that show should possibly be ready for the hiatus soon too. I know Ruthless is still on, but I don't watch it. So maybe Zatima will come at some point, but we'll just have to wait and see. So those are my thoughts. I think it all goes back to what Sabrina said to Danny in this last episode about maybe the group is just, falling apart. And this DNA test result stuff could be the catalyst for it. I don't know. It just seems like a lot of drama is about to happen. This mid-season finale could definitely be a banger, and I hope it is. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next video.